The episode opens on a movie set for the film Training A-Train, featuring A-Train before he became his famous soup self. The director, Adam Burke, shoots an inner-city housing project, where Reggie Franklin works as a runner for drug dealers. His high school coach, played by Will Ferrell, tries to convince Reggie to return to sports. After the scene ends, Burke tries to talk to A-Train about his lackluster performance. A-Train is upset by the inaccurate and offensive portrayal of his life, as his real coach was his brother, who worked as a waiter, not a drug dealer. He storms off and goes back to his trailer, where Black Noir 2 intercepts him to open up about his guilt over the recent murders on Homelander's orders. A-Train dismisses him, calling him a brain-dead maniac, and telling him to be quiet because that's what Black Noir is supposed to be like. Huey has an emotional conversation with his mom, finding out that she and his dad had been talking for over a year, and that his dad left her power of attorney instead of Huey. Shocked, Huey storms out, intent on seeking legal guidance to challenge her for power of attorney. Frenchie wakes up with Colin after an intimate night together. Colin catches Frenchie trying to sneak away. Meanwhile, Kimiko sits in a therapy session, still unable to speak. She storms out after her doctor tried to ask about her family history. Later, at the boys' head office, Butcher reveals his terminal diagnosis, which surprises the group. Who is now the de facto leader, demands Butcher leave the group, seeing him as a liability. Vaught's PR team pitches Ryan's debut as Homeboy, but Sister Sage criticizes the idea, arguing Ryan needs to build an independent image, not just be Homelander's son. Homelander reluctantly agrees but is visibly troubled by the idea, not wanting the spotlight to be taken away from him. The boys discuss the suspicious murders of 3 Homelander fans. Focuses on Sister Sage and why she was even there in the first place. They hack her phone and discover she will be at a Vought event later on, and they plan to crash it. Starlight and Huey stay behind to confront A-Train and stay close to Huey's dad in the hospital. At the Vought event, the boys unexpectedly run into Butcher, who hacked MM's password to find out where they were. Inside, they see several conspiracy theorist booths with propaganda against Starlight and claims that Stormfront is still alive. Sage attends a panel hosted by Firecracker, who admits she sells the idea of purpose to the disenfranchised. Butcher and argue about their mission, with beating Butcher and telling him to leave. Kimiko sees a child trafficking booth using an image of herself, which enrages her. She chugs several beers and gets drunk. She proceeds to vandalize the booth and make a scene. Frenchie pulls her away. Huey and Annie stake out A-Train, witnessing a confrontation with his brother, Nathan, who exposes A-Train's fake hero stories. A-Train later provides evidence to clear Starlight's followers of the Homelander trial murders as a way to start to undo his wrongs. Ryan's staged solo save goes wrong when he accidentally kills his stunt coach, Coy. Homelander forces Ryan to smile despite his trauma. Meanwhile, the boys fall into a trap set by Sage and Firecracker. Sage instructs Firecracker and Splinter kill the boys, after realizing they were tailing her. The boys manage to kill Splinter and his clones as well as defeat Firecracker, who runs away. In Homelander's apartment, Ryan is devastated by killing Coy. Homelander tries to console him, but can't seem to understand why he's crying over the death of a fragile human. At a Starlight rally, Annie, inspired by A-Train's bravery, embraces her role as a political symbol and starts to speak up. Frenchie relapses and takes drugs again. He confesses to Sherry that he's been seeing Colin, and she reminds him that they killed his family many years ago, and Frenchie needs to back away. Kimiko has lead on a local group of human traffickers. Butcher seeks MM's help to save Ryan, but MM rejects the offer. The title of the episode is named after issue 5 of the comics. There is an error on the general trivia for the episode's X-ray. The 14th trivia fact lists that Splinter Prime is always identifiable by the Firecracker logo tattooed on his right arm. In the episode, however, the tattoo is on his left arm.